This adventure started with a phone call and the courage of one person, not me. To be honest, it's hard to find the right words for the experience I've made in South Africa. A country full of contrast, a country full of beauty, and a country full of kind people. Now I will try to sum up my experience from this trip, from getting to know the South African painting community, from teaching a speed painting class, and from some days of vacation. This will be a wild video. But it's very, very hot. It's a very warm hike, so I'm not sure if Today I'm going to teach in Capetown Creative Academy.
Who are you?
Brought to you by Wildstorm Studios and Pandemonium Games. Speaking of which, Wildstorm Studios, what is it? Wildstorm Studios is run by Richard, and it's hard to describe Richard. Richard is a person with a big heart, a great passion for miniature painting, and a great passion for the miniature painting community. Richard reminds me of myself. Richard is pushing the boundaries to make the South African painting community grow. He called me and asked me, Roman, would you like to come to South Africa? And after some organizational talks, we came up with a surprise video that we showed to the South African painting community last year. Hey people from Thunderbrush 2023 in Capetown. I'm Roman. I'm here in Monte San Savino show. Behind me is the ceremony. I have information for you. Yes, it's about me and it's about you that's most important. This all happens because of the bravery of Richard. I'm coming to Capetown. And Richard will bring me to South Africa. Arigato, Richard. I will be there at the Thunderbrush 2023 and I will come over to help judge the competition and do a workshop beforehand. I'm brought to you by Wildstorm Studios and I'm really looking forward to meet you all. This will be awesome. Can't wait. And I'm so much looking forward to meet you all and to paint with you and bring some happy painting to Capetown, to South Africa. Roman out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Of course, we had to organize things, but then suddenly I was in South Africa. And all thanks to Richard. Hi, I'm Roman. I'm in South Africa. Thanks to Richard for the Thunderbrush 2023 brought to you by Wildstorm Studios. Thank you, Richard. Wildstorm Studio is running a big Discord channel for the South African painting community to offer a place where people can meet and greet and discuss and chat with each other and just come together. Richard is super involved in the community with giving classes, teaching coachings, helping other painters, doing commission work. He's self-employed as a miniature painter. He reminds me on myself with reason. To Richard, I have one thing to say, arigato, for everything. And to the South African painting community, I got to say, support Richard wherever you can. This man is full of energy, and he's putting that energy into the big thing that is called miniature painting passion, and he creates something beautiful for South Africa and Capetown. So if you got the chance to support him in any kind, may it be by getting a model painted by him, supporting him with the Discord, helping him out and volunteering for the next Thunderbrush event or something like that, just offer your help. You are one community, and Richard puts his heart out for the South African painting community to organize these things. Good morning, Capetown. Today I'm going to teach my speed painting masterclass in Capetown Creative Academy. Brought to you by Wildstorm Studios and Pandemonium Games. Alright. I really love teaching my speed painting masterclass. I usually don't teach masterclasses because with a masterclass, after the weekend, the students should have mastered a technique, and very often on a workshop you don't master anything. But with my speed painting masterclass, you master to paint a zombie in 15 minutes on that one day. Thanks to Capetown Creative Academy for hosting us. Thanks for the warm welcome for everyone. Man, was I nervous. Usually I'm well experienced in teaching, and it's always good to be a little nervous. But in this case, I was really super nervous because I was confronted with a completely new community. I did not know if we match, like if everybody will understand my non-existent German humor, and also how the vibes in the room will be and everything. I was actually really nervous, which is beautiful. Thank you all for signing up to the workshop. Thank you for the beautiful and kind words you said in my direction. Arigato. A special shout out to Frankie, who organized all the technical stuff and filmed in between and made everything run smoothly. He's a silent hero in the back. Thank you, Frankie. Speed painting for me is not a specific type of color that you use. Speed painting for me means you are merging down your knowledge and do more of an instinct painting, where you put a timer and your bravery together to be as fast as you can and make good decisions. It's far away from slap chop. I mean, have you ever laughed so much while painting? I mean, smile so much?
Yeah. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Everything was a lie. Everything was fun.
Too thick.
And we made our break again, and I'll upload this. This takes also time for uploading. Sorry for the mess, but it was important. Five, four, three, two, one, paint. 18 minutes. In the first 3 minutes, you should be done with your basic sketch. In the first 3 minutes, that would be like a good advice. Well, this is easy to explain. We were working in 3 stages, and in each stage you have to hair blow your miniature. The timer was paused during this. For the last round, I was in charge of the timer, and I gave everyone 18 minutes, including the hair blowing time. And I can tell you, it has been a blast. Thanks everybody for taking part in this class. Thanks for the organizational aspects, and I'm tired, going to sleep. See you tomorrow for the Thunderbrush 2023. Good night. Every miniature show I've been to is special. Thunderbrush 2023, for me it was special because it was very private. I never felt like an intruder into this privacy, but I've learned that a lot of these folks that were just meeting up, met up for the first time on this Thunderbrush event on this weekend. They knew each other from the Discord and painted together and shared experience and so on. Discussed things, but never actually meet up. So it was like a friends meeting in a very, very small size, with more entries than I've expected for a competition. I was super impressed by the passion and the creativity going on in this small community in South Africa. Without further ado, I'd like to show you all entries from the Thunderbrush 2023. I showed them to you unsorted, just to show you the beauty and the amount of great entries that were received from all participants. Check back with the links below to head for the Wildstorm Studio page to see winners of each category. There was also an online part of the competition where people who could not make it to Cape Town could enter. It was an honor to judge this contest. Arigato. Congratulations to everyone who did bring their passion to Cape Town this morning. And of course, congratulations to all the winners. Thanks to Richard for organizing again everything. Thanks to Ryan from Pandemonium Games for adding so many great prizes for the competition. Thanks to Desiree and Alex from Cape Town Creative Academy for being around and being such great hosts. Thanks to Frankie for making all these beautiful photos. Thanks to Tanya, my fiancée, for supporting. Thanks to Richard's family, his wife and kids, for helping out on the reception. It really has been a beautiful day all around. Thanks to all the sponsors of the Thunderbrush 2023. Thanks for everyone for the good talks we had, and thank you all for a beautiful day, for a beautiful Sunday in Cape Town. Like I said in the beginning, this was a wonderful trip. I was able to meet a lot of wonderful people who share the same passion as I do, who got the same love for miniature painting than I do. I quickly realized that we are all the same. Our heart beats for miniatures, for ideas, for creativity, for the beauty of miniature painting and storytelling. This was beautiful to see, and it was amazing to get to know the South African miniature painting community. The South African painting community might be small from the outside. If you compare it to Europe, to the States, or anything else, everything seems bigger than the South African miniature painting community. But what I can tell is that the South African painting community has so much heart and passion for the world of miniatures that the only thing that you can find there is pure beauty in people and in projects. I would love to see the South African painting community grow even more, having a Thunderbrush each year, having maybe a painters meeting each year where you just meet up and paint together and share experience, not always online, because it's different if you do this in person. Build up small painting groups that meet up, do more workshops, interact more in person, even if it's demanding and exhausting. You might have seen with the Thunderbrush 2023 that it's always worth it. Thank you all for your beautiful welcome for Tanya and me. It has been a short trip, but a very intense and special trip to us. I can also say I fell in love with South Africa. Some projects just feel like you're walking in the desert until you finish them. With this one, it took me 6 years. Been there for the first time only for 4 days of vacation. Well, I'm not sure if I will do the last bite explained video here. But what I've seen and what I've felt is this is a land of beauty in nature, in people. Also a land of harsh contrasts. A lot of things that I have to think about and understand and read myself into. It's a very interesting country, and I want to learn more about it in the future.
What have you enjoyed about seeing the hobby in South Africa?
Hi Alistair. What I enjoyed most about the hobby in South Africa is actually the warmth. We still have a late winter here in Germany. And I mean, what I enjoyed most that you painters from South Africa have a very, very pure heart, and you are not oversaturated with shows and impressions, and this is very natural, and this is a thing of beauty.
Hello Roman, so my question for you is, when you put together a model and you're like working on the base, what is your balance on like how many details you put on a base, not to take too much attention away from the model, or do you blend the two things together? Thank you.
Hey Andrea, really good question. I would always say I'll try to keep it natural. Natural means I imagine the story for the figure, for example, a guy in the jungle or a lady on a horse in a desert or something. And then I have my environment. And for that environment, I imagine like 3 to 4 main elements that make this. For example, jungle. Let's say jungle, there's a river, there are some plants, jungle. There could be a temple or something, and that's it for the jungle. For the desert, there could be a skull, there could be some dried out stones or whatever, and some dry wood, and that's it. So I search for the main elements to not overdo a base. And with that in mind, I don't overload bases and always find a good balance in terms of miniature and base. I hope this helps.
Hi Roman, easy question. How do we compare to other competitions that you have judged or competed in? That's it.
Hi Tian, very good question. You guys are doing really well compared to the bigger shows. Of course, Europe, everything is a little bit larger, bigger. Also in the States, everything is like pumped up because there are more people and more entries and more things. But compared to these shows, your show was beautiful, unique, and everybody who arrived there was passionate, because going there to Cape Town, for some it was really a big trip. That means you really wanted to be there, and that was something that I was able to feel on every corner. So painting wise, you have a handful of very strong painters there who have a lot of knowledge in miniature painting, and I can see a really good advanced and journeyman area in all the entries, and also some beginners. So what I see is, I think you all could grow from having more workshops, teaching each other, more meetings, where you meet other painters and connect even in person to help each other out and learn from each other. And I think the ones that are really veteran gold winners and silver winners, they can, for example, they could also push forward by helping journeyman painters to grow even more. So I think there's a lot of potential that has a lot of passion included, and you should push this forward, I think.
Hi Roman, just a quick question. What's your beard care routine look like? That is all.
Lloyd. Especially at the moment, I'm really lazy when it comes to my beard trimming and stuff, and I don't have an actual routine. I want to build this up again. I will let you know in my future videos as soon as my beard doesn't look like a bird's nest anymore, and then I'll let you know about my routine that I hopefully found.
Hi Roman. Strange question. When you find yourself busy painting a particular piece and you lose inspiration for it, how do you deal with the loss of inspiration? How do you go about maybe regaining it or finding it again? Not my comfort zone. Thank you.
Hey Everett, this is a really good question. When I lose inspiration, I did so many times in the last 20 years since I'm having this as my job. I learned that there is no good way to get it back. You cannot push it, you cannot force it. I just learned to let it rest and give the project its time. There might be a reason that you lose inspiration. It's nothing you should deal and conquer with shame or feeling guilt or something. It's something that's natural, because maybe you lose inspiration because you're not at the point to finish off this project. Maybe you need to learn one thing or the other to be able to finish this, have some new influence of inspiration to be able to finish it in the right way. I would say trust the universe. When you lose inspiration, wait until it comes back. If it doesn't come back, start another project. Easy as that. No guilt, no shame, just enjoyment. YOLO, you only live once.
Hi Roman, Tian with another question. What's the model that you had the most fun painting?
Hey Tian, well, the one I enjoyed the most is always the last one I've painted. Easy as that.
I just wanted to ask when you plan to come here again.
Hey Fansil, yes, I'm planning to come back. On my list for next year is Thunderbrush 2023, yes.
love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up.